Hello everyone, it's me, Andrew. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone's being super healthy and okay and great and most importantly, safe and taking care of yourselves, because there has been some crazy shit that's been going down here in London and it's just all a bit of a mess right now. Hopefully it won't be a mess after the general election's over, hopefully. So I'm going to be talking about reconnecting with old friends. So I think everyone can agree with me that it's really awkward when you're having the great time out and then you see that person, you see that friend that you haven't seen before you came out come to you and say, "Hey, how you doing?" And they're like, "Yeah, it's been ages since we saw each other. Oh my gosh, we should add each other on Facebook and catch up. And in my head I received that as, "Hey Andrew, it's been ages since I've seen you. You look completely different. This whole entire trans thing, we need to talk about that. I need to know everything. I need all the juicy gossip." I don't know why I'm really loud today. What's happening? Anyway, that's just really awkward, and for me, and I've always wanted to talk about this, but I didn't know how to talk about this, and even though this is like my third attempt at talking about this, I'm gonna try to talk about this. I've just said that so many times. But anyway, don't you just hate it when that happens? And I really don't like it when that attempting to talk to old friends is just, to be honest, there's not really much of an attempt from my side. Ever since I had someone react really horribly towards my transition, even before I started officially transitioning, but also before I officially came out as Andrew, I had a really bad reaction once from an ex-good friend of mine, and they acted really badly towards it. And you know, out of the whole entire kind of coming out process thing, 20 years plus. So after that horrible reaction, it got me like even more nervous and anxious trying to be able to speak to people, because after that it made me realize that I don't need people in my life who are going to act that way towards my gender identity. No one needs that in their life, you know. In this day and age, the awareness, the trans awareness is it's great, but you know, it needs to be better, because things are always going to keep changing in terms of politics and just how just society in general. There are many people who are becoming more open, but it just, again, I'm still anxious speaking to old friends, especially school friends. And I say school friends because my cosplay friends have always been there for me. This also includes my university friends, because they were there when this whole entire gender identity crisis thing was happening. Obviously in the back of my head, I feel like they want to ask about me being trans and all this stuff. And I know in the majority of the time, most of the time, probably 100% of the time, I like talking about being trans, and I like talking just being really open about it and just talk about how hella queer I am, and I don't mind. But for some reason, when I just go back to when I see an old school friend, like, I get really scared, and that probably is connected to the really bad reaction I got those couple of years ago. That's why I can't find myself being able to reconnect, because there's that overwhelming anxiety where I'd kind of like to talk to people again, but it's just at the same time, it's kind of like, is it worth the effort if they're just gonna reject you in the end? And I know there are some really good old friends that I've made, but again, I'm just really scared. So I guess this is just me telling myself off that I should really do that. But I mean, there are some people that aren't worth your time if they're gonna react in such a horrible way towards you. You can't surround yourself with this negativity. It's just not healthy for you. So if you see that there's like a toxic friend around who doesn't agree with how you live, then they're not worth being your friend. You need to surround yourself in positive energy. And that's what I've come to learn in the past couple of years, where I don't need this negativity. I just need, you know, positive people around, because they're the ones that's uplifting me. And it makes me happy to know that I have this support. This is just a bit of a weird video. I'm just rambling right now. But yeah, that's just me. Maybe I will attempt to talk to old friends. At the moment, I'm still super anxious. I gotta work on this. I gotta keep fighting my anxiety. I can't keep letting it do this to me. So if anyone's kind of had this experience before, or they also kind of vaguely feel the same as I do about feeling kind of really awkward talking to old friends, please let me know and let's start a convo about this or something. I don't even know. This is a weird video. So I hope everyone is good. Take care of yourselves. I love you all, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye!